was trying to figure out what you had for lunch by ruling out what you had for breakfast.
I'll eat the same thing. I'll eat the same thing for days in a row. I don't care.
I love it. You're all about efficiency and overeating.
Yeah, it's the depression. It's just... I'm not all about it. It's just a lot easier if the food's there to just take it out every time and have the exact same meal.
What's the difference? What it tastes like? Life sucks.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Sandwich. You had a sandwich.
Yeah, what kind, though?
I'm guessing you're a ham guy.
I'm a ham? What? You don't put ham on a sandwich.
I don't, because I think it's gross. But
you have it with
I just assumed.
vegetables, you know, some broccoli, some peas.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Brussels sprouts more? I know in the group chat I was talking about Brussels sprouts, but
yeah, we can talk about Brussels sprouts all you
so
want.
Good.
Not really.
They're so. When's the last time you had Brussels sprouts?
2 years ago.
Yeah, that's too long.
No, because I almost threw up.
How'd you have them?
I don't know. At a dinner table, someone else had prepared them. I don't
Were they
know.
like blackened?
They were. They were more like a green color.
But like it doesn't look like they were roasted, right?
I don't know. They could have been.
No. Okay.
They weren't like boiled. I think.
Yeah. I don't know. Your story doesn't really sound like it's adding up.
I think
here.
they were slick with butter and herbs.
Yeah.
Is that?
That does sound
right?
That sounds gross.
How do you have a Brussels sprout?
So what I do is you cut them in half. All right.
Go on.
You take. I mean, you take the outer leaves. Usually, you want to strip those off. They're not the greatest. And then you cut them in half.
Mm-hmm.
Put some oil, salt, and pepper in a bowl. You know, mix the Brussels sprouts all up so they're all covered in salt and pepper and oil. Put them on a baking tray and bake them, and then you're done. And they're delicious. They're amazing.
You know what? I just googled a picture of Brussels sprouts. I may have had asparagus.
You don't like asparagus either.
I think asparagus is what I was thinking of. I'm pretty sure I've had Brussels sprouts though. They're bitter. Aren't they a little bitter?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
guess.
Not into bitter foods or bitter drinks.
But so you had asparagus covered in butter then. This is
yeah.
also not a good thing.
How do you cook asparagus?
All right, so you got to snap the ends off, right? You know, those are just too woody and tough.
The ends are what you don't want.
Right, and then you just got the spear up top. Okay, so you take those.
Yeah.
You put some oil and some salt and some pepper in a bowl, and you mix it all up. So the asparagus is covered with it. You put it on a baking tray and you bake it. This isn't difficult.
I'm almost certain that it'd still be gross.
It's so good. Or you know what you could also do is you chop up some garlic, sprinkle that on there. Ooh, garlic roasted asparagus.
Yeah. What would you say to someone who hates garlic though? That doesn't want garlic in their life.
Oh, fuck yourself.
Okay, so maybe I shouldn't eat asparagus, Brussels sprouts if you need garlic to make them taste better.
You don't need it. No, you don't. That was the last addition. All you need is, I know you like salt. I don't care if you like pepper. I know you like oil. You cover vegetables with those three things, and then you roast them, and they're generally good.
I know you said you don't care if I like pepper or not, but Holly's cooked food before, and I go, wow, this is really spicy today. She goes, I literally just put the smallest amount of pepper in there, just black pepper. It's not spicy. And I said, oof, it's too spicy for me. And then I put it down.
You know, you've got one of those refined palates, you know? From the fast food and the candy.
Anything that's not in that range of flavors or colors, I'm out, you know?
I guess, but you're missing out, I guess, is the kind of out you are.
Yeah, all right, I'll cook some Brussels sprouts, and I'll love them. It'll be great. It's going to be great.
You don't sound sincere.
I don't feel sincere.
Okay. Hey, so just to update you real quick again, too. I have received like 15 emails today from various people at work because these are just everybody's getting these emails because apparently the power's going on and off and the emergency phone lines aren't working. Just kind of cool. There was a fire alarm scheduled, and now it's been canceled.
No, they can't cancel it.
No, they canceled it.
How do you know if the fire alarm works?
Well, they were testing it. That's what they were going to be doing, and now they're not testing it. Maybe the power went out again. I don't know. I'm not there anymore. I don't care.
Were you at work today when the power was going off?
It didn't go off while I was there.
Okay.
But I was at work today.
What's the protocol? You just sit there in the dark in a library?
I was actually in a class. I was doing in-class work, but...
Gotcha.
Pretty much as far as I know, yes, if the power goes out, it's basically just wait until someone says the power's staying out, go home.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lazy educator that can't teach in the dark.
Okay.
I'm really taking a hard stance there, but...
Yeah, you are. I'm glossing over it. I'm not...
What part of a lecture do you need to see? You know what I mean?
The parts that are like on the PowerPoint, when they put up a PowerPoint.
You kids and your technology. Back in my day, teachers didn't have PowerPoint. And we were raised just fine.
When was PowerPoint invented? I don't know.
I don't know.
No, we might have. I think teachers might have, and they might have not used it where we went to school.
Yeah, they refused to learn.
It's the best model for students.
It's pretty good.
I'm the teacher, I know everything I need to know.
I'll tell you, my note taking is not great. But if there's a PowerPoint, it makes it a lot easier for me than waiting for the teacher to make their point, scribble it really quickly, and then move on.
Yeah.
It's really helpful.
I agree.
Hey, and welcome to Heads Up with Jeff and Sean. I'm Jeff.
Sean.
It's a podcast. We're gonna do 3 things. We're gonna talk about a candy we ate. There's gonna be a middle thing that seems to be in flux, and we're gonna talk about animals. Does that sound right, Sean?
That sounds right. You don't need me to vet it. You know, you're the expert. You're introducing it.
PowerPoint creation in 1984 to 1987. Acquisition by Microsoft 1987 and 1992.
Wow. Yeah.
So it's been around.
Mm-hmm. Did you have an animal?
I have an animal. I thought of it. Did you think of an animal?
No, I totally nailed it with the garden snail last time, so I figured
you did.
Fuck it.
Mm-hmm. All right, Sean, let's talk about animals.
It's like when you do a mic drop, you don't come back a couple minutes later to pick the mic up and drop it again, you know?
Yeah.
It's like someone else's responsibility to pick the mic up and then drop it. Or maybe put it away.
Yeah.
Maybe put it away. Maybe you'll do such a good job we'll never do this segment again. I don't know.
Well, now it's time to get online to our internet service provider. It'll be cool. Here we go.
Sean, what do you know about anteaters?
They eat ants, and they got big, long snouts, and probably claws for digging.
That looks about right. Every time I search for anteater, I always come across the giant anteater, but they can be as small as squirrels. They call them carnivores, but then in another sentence they say they also eat fruit. So.
All right. So they're more like omnivores.
Right.
Or, I don't... All right, well.
Right.
Ah, cool. Anteater is the common name for the 4 extant mammal species of the suborder Vermilingua. Oh. It means worm tongue. So these guys are all about betraying Kingdom of Rohan.
I thought they looked familiar.
Damn you. Muddling up King Theoden's mind.
So he's an agent. What was the bad wizard? He worked for...
I'm sorry, are we reviewing wizards? Because I've pitched that as an idea a couple times, and you don't want to do my wizard review. WizView. I'm going to have my own podcast. Say, by the way, I'm going to buy an ad right now on our own podcast to advertising WizView. It's a wizard review podcast that I do by myself because Jeff won't do it with me. Where I lost my train of thought. Anteaters.
I didn't say we couldn't do a Wiz review. I just said that we spent a whole year on wizards, and I don't know anything.
We spent a whole year on
about
pop
specific
wizards. Bunch of bullshit idiots. Sorry, go on.
I'm happy to introduce a segment for, what'd you call it?
We're beyond it. We're talking about anteaters.
Whiz facts.
WizView. We're talking about anteaters, please.
Okay, all right.
There's an anteater called the silky anteater. It's very sensual.
Very sensual. They don't have any teeth. How do you feel about that?
Do you need teeth to crunch up ants? I think you just need muscles. I feel like I can crush ants in my hand.
Yeah, I've crushed an ant with like a finger or a foot before, and then it's just, I guess you just digest it after that.
That sounds right, but I don't know enough about anteaters to say.
They live up to 15 years in the wild, Sean. 25 years in captivity.
Oh. Looks like maybe more animals should be in captivity, I guess. Can that be a main feature? Can we find out how long... If animals live longer in captivity, maybe, maybe that's what we do with animals everywhere.
I'm pretty sure most animals last longer in captivity.
Yeah, because they have like access to medicine.
And no predators.
Like, yeah. And, weird.
Yeah. Like we brush their teeth or whatever, you know?
Yeah. It's weird how things do better when there's like an institution that provides them healthcare at no cost, huh? It's weird. There's a lesson there, but I guess I don't know where.
You know what? It does cost them something. You know what it costs them, Sean? Their liberty.
Yeah.
Love it or leave it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, anteater healthcare would be a lot cheaper because the pregnancy only lasts 190 days. Okay.
Why does that make it? Why are you turning? Well, I mean, I guess you're turning into an attack on women to support your precious political party views.
No, I'm just saying it's a shorter pregnancy, so less healthcare in that regard.
Yeah.
It says little anteaters stay with mother 2 years or until she becomes pregnant again.
And then she ditches them. Get the fuck out of here, guys. Yeah, you're old enough.
They carry the babies on their back during the first year.
Yeah, whatever. Monkeys do that too. Some people too, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get the baby Bjorns, sling it over your back.
Yeah, wasn't there a picture of Daniel Craig holding a baby Bjorn thing, and then somebody tried to say that he wasn't being manly because he was holding his baby?
I don't know. Tell me more about your half-remembered meme you found.
No, Piers Morgan was tweeted out a picture of Daniel Craig.
Oh, right. Who's Piers Morgan?
At the beach, holding his baby in one of those baby things on this thing, and talked about how he should be ashamed because he's not manly.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, it's real unfortunate that Piers Morgan is alive. But here we are.
Well, we're not advocating violence here, Jeff. What is that? What's going on there?
I'm saying it's unfortunate that he's alive. I'm not saying that someone should do anything to Piers Morgan. I'm saying, look, there he is. That's unfortunate.
Did this happen on Twitter? Is this a thing on Twitter?
It did happen on Twitter, yeah. Should I get off Twitter? Is that what you're saying?
It's a garbage platform. I think we've been over this.
The platform's not garbage. It's the people that use it that are garbage, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, landfill's not garbage. It's the trash that gets thrown there.
It's where people decided to throw their trash, okay?
Yeah.
All right? Twitter's more like an alley than a landfill, okay?
Yeah.
The trash shouldn't be in the alley. Sometimes people have to move it there. But then if we put in a system in place to remove the trash from that alley on a semi-regular basis and move it to the landfill where it can be processed properly, society as a whole works better.
Why did you pick an animal you so clearly don't want to talk about? You could have picked another animal, something that you wanted to talk about.
Sean, they must eat ants quickly because ants bite. So they are flicking their tongue 150 to 160 times in a minute.
Here's
during feeding to grab enough ants to avoid bites.
Why are animals all mammals are afraid of ants? What is up with that?
I don't know. Can you imagine trying to flick your tongue that fast because you're afraid of ants? That's crazy.
I don't like their faces with their long tube snout things. I don't like it.
Well, that's how they eat.
Does it have to be though? I'm just thinking for later.
I mean, I know. I'm guessing that's where all the crushing muscles are. They must flick the ants on their tongue and just suck it up and crush them. I can't find that specifically in here, but I would assume that's true. Crush them with their mighty nose tube. These ones are like climbing on trees. That one is tiny. The silky anteater is tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. I can't find anything about their nose here.
Yeah, I'm trying to find stuff about how they flick their tongues out, and as far as I can tell, a scientist hasn't found some scam where they can get grant money to learn about it.
They all start with like, our anteater's nose is big enough to stick my dick in.
Yeah.
And then they always get rejected.
Do you think, this is actually, I don't want to get into this because then it's going to become a permanent aspect of this segment, but I have to.
Go on.
Do you think there's like a furry who dresses up as an anteater? Like, do you think this is... Because it's always like fucking wolves. It's wolves and cat people. And
Well, I think it's the easiest one to get because they're more likely used for mascots, you know what I mean? wolves and cats. I'm sorry.
Are they? You think
every team? I think is called like the Wildcats. It's like one of the most popular names, right? Or like the Timberwolves or Wolves or Dogs or something.
You think the entire furry community is like picking up, like this team goes out of business and the mascot costume goes on sale and like furries are fighting over it? Like there's a bidding war on eBay every time that happens.
No. I'm saying they've already got the patterns drawn up. They probably already got spares and stuff. They probably sell these things in bulk to like schools and stuff.
It's a fursuit. And you just adjust the helmet.
I will not sit here and listen to you just shit on sewing, okay? And the art and the craftsmanship that goes into sewing and tailoring. I will not have you shit on it.
It's easy. It's easy to do.
It's work, damn
Yeah,
it.
I know. It used to be work, and now we have machines to do it.
I'm saying if you're going to have a giant foam head made of an animal, it's probably going to be one that a company makes in bulk. So you're looking at your most popular animals, your cats, your dogs.
You stop. No.
Your tiger.
You're going to Google furries right now. Do it.
I don't want
You're going to Google furries right now, and you're going to click on image. And you tell me how many fucking wolves and cats you see.
Okay. Images. So this first image here, it looks like a. Let's see.
Describe what you see.
Let's see. I got a blue dog, a brown dog.
It's always blue. That's the other thing.
A cat.
It's always like blue and purple and pink. I've never seen
a
purple wolf.
I'm telling you, it's easier to make the different colors than it is to design a different head. Dog, cat, badger, dog, cat, dog, dog. Well, it's a big group.
You don't have to count them all, but you're seeing a lot of dogs and cats, aren't you?
Dog. Yeah.
Why? Isn't furry supposed to be they feel like an animal inside, and it just happens everybody feels like a cat or a dog? This doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't. I'm saying they feel like that, and then the cheapest costumes to buy are probably dog or cat. There's no need for a mascot maker or a regular company out there to be like, oh, you know what? There's probably 50 teams out there known as the Anteaters. We better fucking invest and make an Anteater head.
Hold on. Here's what. The animal segment is dead. We just have arguments now.
Oh my god. There's a furry. I found a goat one, but there's a swastika flag in the background of that picture. So I'm just gonna close my furry search out.
Yeah, you see maybe why I'm really not on board with the furry community.
Oof.
So what you're proposing in this. You think that, it's mostly cats. So I wake up one day.
Yeah.
Soon. Next few months.
Sure.
It's going to happen. And I go, I feel
something's awakened inside
on the inside, I feel like an anteater.
Yeah.
And I go on www.furrycostumes.com. Google that for me, please, real quick while I talk.
Nope. Once I saw the SWAT sticker, I was out.
And so I get on this website. And I go, and I'm scrolling through, right? I'm looking at, I click on cheap costumes.
Yeah.
Right? Because even though I feel this way inside, I want to save a buck.
For sure.
And all I see, I can get a cat costume or a dog costume. And I go, close enough. This is what you're proposing.
I'm saying, if you woke up one day and you're like, what?
Sorry, when I wake up one day soon.
Yeah, when you wake up one day soon. And you're like, you know what? I feel like an anteater inside. Like, I'm supposed to be an anteater. And you go, and you struggle with that. You're like, can that be true?
Stop. I don't struggle with it at all.
How do I tell my friends?
I don't struggle with it all. I get on the internet, and I go to www.furrycostumes.com.
Yeah. Now, you wake up, and you look online, and you're like, okay, I should get into this furry community. Other people that feel like animals, I should get into that. And you go, anteater costume. And Google goes, do you mean cat costume? And you go, no, anteater costume. And you take, let's say, 40 minutes on the internet searching, and you find it, and it's, let's say, $15,000. And then in your searches, you had seen an okay cat-looking costume, and it was like $800. Would you be like, maybe I'll try the cat costume first, give it a spin, and then, spend the $8,000 on an anteater costume that I'm gonna get, I would say, crusty with jism?
No, yeah. No, that's assumed. Please. That's assumed. Please continue.
I'm saying, you'd want to get a starter one first, and I assume cat and dog are going to be cheaper than having a custom-made anteater costume.
So I wake up one day and I feel like an anteater on the inside, but I need to try it out with a cat first. And I've already got $8,000 to spend on a jizz-crusted cat costume, and I can't just save up another $7,000. I can't hold off. I don't cut a nose out of a plastic bottle and just hang it off my face and be like, oh, the weight feels so good because I need my anteater nose. I feel like myself now.
I'm just saying you're being a little glib, okay? Because it's not just like I feel like an anteater. You're then joining an entire community. You're changing up your lifestyle, getting involved with different people. You're gonna want to try it out before you spend your life savings on an anteater costume.
Right. I could wrap myself in blankets and walk around and be like, if I went out in public like this, would people laugh at me? Yes, of course they would. I can't help but being glib because I don't think furries don't make any goddamn sense to me. Okay. And the way what you're proposing makes even less sense.
That they'd want to just dip their toes in before they spend a giant amount of money on an anteater costume?
Why not do DIY? I go to Walmart and I get some I don't know if they sell fur, but
because sewing and tailoring is so easy that anybody can just pick it up and do it. I can't believe your position on tailoring and sewing. It's so upsetting to me.
That's not my point. And it's a lot cheaper to buy a sewing machine than it is, I guess, an $8,000 jizz-crusted cat costume.
Oh, is it cheaper, Sean? I'd like you to pull up a sewing machine in Google and see how much it would cost you.
Yeah, a couple $100.
Wow, you're so fast at typing.
A heavy-duty sewing machine, the Singer 4452, costs $180. It's on sale, to be fair. $300 normally. I actually
go to Michaels.com, buy some heavy fabric for anteaters and some foam.
No, first of all, they're not wearing foam under there, okay?
How do you shape the heads? It's foam.
Is it foam?
It's got to be.
Yeah, you would know better than I would. All right, are we gonna reinvent anteaters? We did no facts about them. We're gonna do an argument about furries.
Let's spit in God's eye.
Sorry, I need to be clear. We're gonna do an argument about furries whom I do not respect. Okay, is that clear?
Oh, what a brave position you have.
Thank you. Jeff, this thing goes up on the internet.
I know that. I'm not a furry, nor do I know much about furries, so I'm going to hold judgment against these great people that dress up in mascot costumes and have sex on each other.
It's the same as people who spend like their life savings to have a train set in their basement that they play with. It's nonsense. Stop doing it.
So how would you improve the anteater, Sean?
I wouldn't let furries be one. Step one. It's a great question. I guess I would make it not afraid of ants, right? This tongue flicking has got to stop. That's got to burn up some energy. Is the whole snout like a muscle that it squeezes the tongue out with? I
spent the whole time trying to figure that out.
I know. I couldn't find anything. I'm sure there's like an easy answer that everybody can see.
Yeah.
Anybody could Google it, but I tried and I failed.
Yeah. All right. So it doesn't flick this tongue anymore.
Well. Yeah, it doesn't do it rapidly. I think it can I think it
like slow sensual licks.
Yeah,
but not rapid.
Like really just I think it's kind of like a little snake. Like its tongue can wind around corners, so when it finds an ant hive or whatever colony, it just like slowly gets down there. And I couldn't find out if its tongue is already sticky or not.
It has little like micro hooks.
Okay, good. We're gonna keep that then. I think it's actually going to be maybe a little bit more sticky. It's harder for ants. As soon as they touch it, it's harder for them to get away from it.
All right. I mean, I like that. I was thinking more of with that long nose instead of being a giant muscle for crushing.
Yeah.
What if it was like a vacuum? It created a seal on top of the hill and then just sucked in real hard into a separate pouch, and that pouch crushed the ants after.
That's a good one. And you know what the pouch could also do is once everything in there was crushed up, it could filter out the dirt particles.
Yeah.
I like that better. I was going to propose that when it's slowly licking its way through this ant hive, maybe it just gives a long, satisfied moan.
Just sits and goes, oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck. But, no, I like your thing better.
Yeah. Yeah, and after it's done vacuuming, as it's squeezing out the dirt, it goes, oh,
no.
fuck.
No. I don't like that now.
Alright, so it fills up this giant vacuum pouch, crushes all these ants. Because it's going to be more effective to suck all the ants out of there than it is to lick them all out,
yeah,
right?
it's got to be.
Because I think you can do like several thousand ants in a day to keep up its body weight.
That's another thing. It's dumb to just eat ants, right? What else does it eat? Other insects, I'm assuming?
What else could you vacuum out of a hole? Like an owl from a tree?
Oh, man. It goes in the... No. Okay. So it's got a vacuum snout. It still has a tongue, but the tongue is like a little it's got like a little claw on the end, so it can puncture through eggs. So this thing crawls up trees and punctures birds' eggs and sucks the egg out.
Yeah, okay. And that way the mother bird comes home none the wiser.
Well,
still sees the egg there.
Yeah. You realize when they touch it at all and it's hollow, or sit on it and it cracks into nothing. So how do you feel about the claws then? It's not gonna. It actually is not gonna want to rip open anything really. It wants to maintain structural integrity so it can create a vacuum seal.
It's gonna need the claws to climb the trees though. To get to the eggs.
That's a good point too. Yeah. Well, okay. What if suction cups? What if he's just
whole thing's all but second?
Yeah, let's make him suck.
He uses that tongue to help adhere the suction cups. So this long sensual licking on the suction cups on his feet.
No. We're throwing out long sensual licking. Let's just get the vacuum mouth.
Vacuum mouth, suction cup hands and feet.
I mean, that's good. What do you think about mating? How do they mate? Every article we look at, they talk about how every animal does it.
Yeah.
It's a vital thing. We need to...
It's very important.
Can they reverse the suction mouths? Can they trumpet? Can they just like make these long trumpeting noises?
Oh, that's like a mating call.
Yeah. Not fuck, but... Because I don't want to hear that when I'm out in the woods. Just...
Yeah. What's a reverse vacuum sound? Let's see.
That's a good idea.
Just giant puffs of air.
Yeah, I guess just... Or maybe it uses...
Does it sound like a whoopee cushion?
Yeah, I was going to say maybe it could use its tongue to make like one of those noises. I don't know what it's called to make that noise. Like a raspberry?
Yeah. And that attracts the other sex to mate with.
Oh, whoa. I'm just seeing this. So, anteaters have among the lowest body temperatures of any mammal, and they can tolerate greater fluctuations in body temperature than most mammals.
Do you think they could survive a predator, like the alien predator, with its low body temperature?
No, it would still show up. It's not like...
I mean, it's not that low, is it? Approximately 91 degrees Fahrenheit.
This is 91 to 97, but that says among the lowest body temperatures of any mammal.
I guess.
I wonder how hot elephants get.
Pretty hot, bro.
Alright.
What if you wake up one day and you feel like you're an elephant?
I'd go get an elephant. I'd go get a skin suit, I guess.
No, but elephants need those ears to cool themselves down,
Yeah,
right?
they flap them. Kind of cool off the blood.
Right now they're loners, too. They're solitary animals.
Let's keep it that way. I don't need these things ganging up. These poor birds. We'll have to do some kind of bird next week, make them better so they can fight back. Next month, sorry.
So it makes a raspberry sound, and then a female or the opposite sex comes running.
Yeah.
To get its mate on. And what do you think? Just, I hate to say doggy style, but...
Well, I don't need to know the actual, I just wanted to know how do they hook up, like...
Oh, how do they meet each other?
The trumpet
like
noise is good, yeah. The raspberry noise is fine.
That's it. That's all we care about.
Well, I mean, if you feel like, after seeing some pictures of some furries, you want to give a graphic, detailed description of the images in your head, you're welcome to. I'm not into it. I don't...
What if they went suction cup to suction cup, and then they just both did push-ups?
What is that? How does that help? What does that do?
I don't know.
I still feel like you don't understand this segment.
Are they fast now, or should they be fast?
No. What's a bird gonna do? Oh, you know what? Maybe it can, like, blow air out of its suction mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that when birds go to attack it can just, like, blow them away real hard. And they gotta recover and come back, but in that time, oh my god, he's grabbed one of the eggs. He's getting away.
Yeah. It's too late. He's already got it in his big suck mouth.
Alright, we're done. We fixed it. We're done.
That might be a perfect animal now.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I guess it was pretty good to start. Just kind of the tongue, like, flicking in and out. Not needed. No, not necessary.
It was a lot.
What's the middle segment now? You said it kept fluctuating. Is it changed again?
No. We're going to try this thing again where we create made-up prequels and sequels to a movie.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, I said all right.
Like,
I said all right, and then you stopped talking. Jeff, how long was it since we've done this? Are you okay? Are you high?
No.
They might put a dispensary in Gardner. Someone got approval. So they said they might open. They wanted to be doing recreational sales in the next 30 days. I read that
That's
story
exciting.
Last week. So
that's very exciting. I mean, that's crazy.
Thanks.
It's gonna be a very popular business.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Sean, do you remember the movie Junior?
I do not.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
Didn't you do the?
Our scientists.
Did you do this last time? What was it? Was it twins last time?
Yeah, it was twins last time.
So this is the Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger segment.
I don't know if they've teamed up on any other movies.
Pornos?
Schwarzenegger is a scientist, okay, and Danny DeVito is the OBGYN.
Have they done pornos?
Maybe.
Danny DeVito's an OBGYN?
Yeah.
All right. Whoa.
And he's put investment into this drug that Arnold Schwarzenegger is working on at a university, a college, to help prevent things like miscarriages. All of a sudden...
Is this a drama? Because this sounds kind of serious.
Oh, it's serious. All of a sudden, you know, they try to get FDA approval for this drug to move on to humans, since it's working so well in chimpanzees.
Yeah.
The FDA does not approve it. College shuts down their funding. Arnold Schwarzenegger is ready to go back to Europe. Forget this whole thing. Danny DeVito convinces him that they try to sell it to a drug company in Canada.
Yeah, drug companies never.
They just need some human test subject to do it, right? So what do they decide to do? They steal an egg from the scientists that took over the lab, because they have a whole thing of eggs. Yeah. So they team up and they put a baby in Arnold Schwarzenegger to get test results for the first trimester to sell it to this Canadian drug company. Arnold Schwarzenegger gets emotional, obviously, decides he wants to keep the baby. So he has the baby to term, successfully has the baby. The guy that pulled the funding finds out about it, tries to take credit for it, and tells the press that a man's about to give birth at this hospital. Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger cleverly hide from the press, so the press does not know that a man has actually had a baby. Okay, so now there's a world where scientists can impregnate anybody, and it's a drug that helps deter trouble during pregnancy.
How?
The science is real 1994, so they don't really get into it, but
it sounds like the gender. It sounds like the gender politics are too, but continue.
Yeah, it was. So, what kind of the movie would you make based on these things that we know about the Junior universe?
It's a good question. It's just so men can be pregnant now.
Yes, but the two scientists are hiding it from the world right now, right? So did somebody find out?
Why is that?
Well, because...
Didn't they do it because they wanted to sell the drug to someone? So they'd have to tell the Canadian drug company.
Well, they wanted to sell the drug as something to help with trouble during pregnancy.
But it makes Arnold Schwarzenegger pregnant. I don't understand what is going on here.
It was never meant to help a man successfully deliver a baby. They were gonna end it after the first trimester.
Okay, but
they just wanted results, and then Arnold Schwarzenegger decided he wanted to keep the baby.
All right. Oh, he got emotional like a woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So now, yeah. No, the movie's full of that.
Cool. What a good choice. I can tell I'm gonna love talking about this movie. So I think we probably have a movie where the government hunts all three of them down. Danny DeVito, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the baby, and executes them.
I like that. What about the guy that's head of the funding in the college? He's the only other person right now, besides a couple of doctors, that know that a man can become pregnant. And he spends his life trying to recreate that.
He's
kind of like the Captain America super serum. And somehow it creates a Hulk.
This is what?
Isn't that how the Hulk started? Wasn't he trying to recreate something?
Bruce Banner just gets blasted by gamma rays, as far as I know.
Anyway,
I lost my train of thought. Start saying crazy things about the Hulk.
Well, this guy goes crazy trying to figure out how they were able to make a man pregnant with that serum.
Is this the guy that has all the money? He's Mr. Moneybags. He pulled funding.
Yeah, it's the guy who pulled funding at the college.
So that guy's rich, right? So he probably, I mean, the government doesn't hunt him down and kill him because he's rich. They serve his interests.
Maybe he sent the government after them.
Yeah, probably.
And all the while, he's working on the serum to help get a man pregnant. Really get a society where we don't need women anymore, you know?
That's probably a good point. He probably, like, you know, works with the far right political spectrum who just really irrationally hate women.
So, all right, I go to this post-apocalyptic future, right? Where it's hard to conceive. So only the rich can afford to have babies.
Wasn't there a movie where there was, like, people couldn't have babies anymore?
Well, there's, like, Handmaid's Tale. There's a series,
not that
a book.
One. No, there's a movie about it.
What else happens?
You're the one who should know the movie. You know I don't. I checked out of popular culture when I was like 12. There's like nobody. There's like no babies in there. Everybody's fighting.
Oh yeah. Is it Children of Men?
You know I don't. I can't say yes.
City of Men. Yeah, you got it. Okay, go on.
Right, and then they find the woman. She's the only one who can have the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it becomes that Children of Men is like a kind of a sequel to what's the movie Twins?
Yeah. No, Junior.
Junior. Maybe the baby that Arnold Schwarzenegger gives birth to is this woman. Is the woman from what's the movie you said?
I think you're thinking of Children of Men.
Children of Men.
I think so.
I don't know. You know I don't know.
It's like the last few children in this. All right.
Oh yeah, check it. Look it up on IMDb. That's good.
Gotta make sure that that's what we're talking about here.
All right. Yeah, oh yeah. We would hate to give out wrong information on this podcast. People really count on us.
In 2027, in a chaotic world in which women have become somehow infertile,
boom,
former activists
they become infertile. No, stop. Stop when I start talking. Everything I say is really important. They become infertile because of a mutation of the drug that people are using.
Oh,
Please
okay.
Continue.
Okay.
Please continue.
Oh. Former activist agrees to help transport a miraculously pregnant woman to a sanctuary at sea.
What kind of activist? Maybe he was campaigning against that drug, you know?
True.
And then so I mean, I guess really what I'm doing is rewriting Children of Men, so that it fits in this
all right.
Twins universe, the Junior universe.
Yeah. All right. So they open up a park of pregnant men on an island, south of Costa Rica.
Well, no, maybe. I mean, if you wanted to do that, all right. Arnold Schwarzenegger gets executed, right? Point blank range. They make him kneel on the floor and put his hands over his head, and then some CIA agents shoot him in the back of the head.
Yeah, Dolph Lundgren, CIA agent.
Yes. Oh, perfect. Perfect. It's 50 years later, and they find drops of Arnold Schwarzenegger's blood trapped in amber. A mosquito that bit Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's got his blood in it. It's trapped in amber. They clone a bunch of pregnant men on an island.
Yeah, go on.
Boom. Well, that's it. You know what happens from there. Okay.
No.
You gotta pay.
All right, sorry.
Who do you think doesn't understand what we're talking about? Could change. What's the movie about the No, I blanked on what I had a thing. I don't know the name of the movie.
Children of Men?
No.
I nailed that one earlier, so I thought I'd try it again.
No, you didn't. You had to look it up.
Trust but verify, okay?
Jeff, what other movies would you make?
I I would say that this drug has been successful for a few years once it's got out, right? Mm-hmm. And this one man starts taking it by the name of Mel Gibson. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, during his pregnancy, he can actually hear women's thoughts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he uses that at his ad agency to climb the ranks.
Oh, you know I don't know. Come on. I remember the bare outline of this film. You're lucky I know what the fuck you're talking about. And you know what? I only know about it because they're doing a black lady version. I can't think of the actress.
Men what?
Who?
Tiffany Haddish, maybe?
I don't think so.
I forget who was supposed to be in that. If I type what men want into Google, is it gonna...
Go for it. Is that... Oh, that is what... Yeah, see what it's... I think it is.
No, no, it's not Tiffany Haddish. It's, what's her face from... It's Cookie from...
Oh, of course. Show. It's Cookie from that show, guys.
That show.
Anyway, yeah.
She's not... Oh, God.
So, in this Mel Gibson flick, though, does he ever give birth, or is he just pregnant but can read minds forever? Or...
He reminds from women, yeah. And then...
well, I guess... hold on.
He decides he wants a family at the end.
Yeah.
And not his career, which he should have done before he got pregnant, but you know how impulsive Mel Gibson is.
All right. Let's not go on one of your misogynistic rants. I want to hammer out some details of this drug. Is it a drug you take and, like, then you can become pregnant somehow? Or is it a drug you take that makes you pregnant?
It's a drug you take that helps make your body less likely to reject a pregnancy. So you have to get it either pregnant the normal way or in vitro, or in this case, steal an egg from a coworker, put your own sperm in there, fertilize it, and then inject it into your stomach.
So why was Mel Gibson taking this medication then, if he wanted his career at the beginning?
I don't know. Listen, I don't know. We can change that he wants the career, but he's taking it to be pregnant and then realized he could read women's thoughts, and that helped him in the workplace.
Or how about this, all right?
And he was thinking about not having it, and then decides what's best.
Maybe Mel Gibson just gets the wrong prescription, right?
Okay.
Like, who's a wacky actor who plays, like, traditionally, like, oh, I mixed it up roles?
Don Knotts.
Well, he's definitely dead, right?
Yeah,
okay.
He's definitely dead.
So do you think that helps me?
Rowan Atkinson?
Mr. Bean. Okay, Mr. Bean is the pharmacist. And he mixes up Mel Gibson's, I don't know, what medications people take.
Opioids?
Yeah. Mel Gibson's an opioid addict. And he's, what does he try? Yeah, he goes to get some opiates. And instead he gets pregnancy pills.
Sure, yeah, okay.
And then he can read minds. All right, I just, you know.
Yeah. Sounds about right, yeah. All of a sudden, you know, he's hearing women's thoughts.
And at first he thinks it's a delusion brought on by the opiates.
Yeah.
That's good. That allows for some build-up until, you know.
Yeah, and he works in the mailroom at this advertising agency. But now they can read women's thoughts, he moves up.
Is that the plot of the movie?
Yeah. Oh, okay. And then as he's moving up, he realizes it's not the opiates. He's actually now pregnant. Now he has to decide between this career or this baby. I mean, sure, does he want to have it all? Don't we all?
Now, wait, before he gets to decide, though, right?
Yeah.
Terrorists kill him.
Wow, some real art house stuff.
Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome. Roll credits. No, yeah, I guess. I don't know.
You don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We're in a dead wall. We're done with Mel Gibson.
I mean, if only Hollywood was as well.
He's still in? Isn't he in those Daddy movies?
He's in one of the sequels. Yeah.
What are they called?
Daddy's Home.
Daddy's Home. Yeah, him and Third Rock from the Sun guy.
John Lithgow.
Yeah, John Lithgow.
Mark Wahlberg.
Oh yeah, it's Mark Wahlberg. Ah. Me, I'm Mark Wahlberg.
I want to say Mary Steenburgen, but I don't think so.
Yeah, but you don't know female actors, because
I just couldn't think of the Empire. I couldn't think of Empire as a.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
That's the show that the character Cookie's on. That Taraj, I don't know how to say her name, Henson is on. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know who Cookie is. I don't know who that woman is, whose name you can't pronounce. I don't know why we're talking about her or anything, so. Right. What else? Oh, how about this? How about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's after, Children of Men is a great name for that movie. It fits perfectly into our universe we're building. humanity is sending ships out, right? Mm-hmm. We're exploring the galaxy, and we find an alien race that essentially impregnates you with the facehuggers, right? We just do an alien type thing.
Okay.
To turn the whole thing into like a horror genre.
Oh my god!
Instead of babies being born by men, they're like aliens bursting out of chests and stuff.
How about this?
All right, yeah.
Way early prequel to Alien. Turns out, through that drug, we somehow engineered the alien facehuggers to impregnate men, and it gets out of control, and they start birthing aliens. Because we send out some of that drug on a satellite with a record.
Oh yeah, we put it on the Voyager satellite.
Yeah. With this facehugger technology, you go to the doctor and put this thing in your face, then boom.
Yeah, and it comes back.
You're a pregnant guy.
Yeah, it comes back to join with its creator.
Yeah.
It calls itself Jeer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just don't think we talk about Star Trek enough. I would just like to be talking about Star Trek more. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Not right now. No, not right now. Not right now. I'm not gonna come to you like a beggar. I'm just gonna bring that up.
Are there any wizards in Star Trek?
Bring that up and walk away. They seem like wizards at first, but then we learn that they're really just people trying to manipulate you, and that the true course is to join the Federation. Let humans solve it. Let adult white male captains solve it.
How are they able to influence those cultures and look like wizards if they can't violate the Prime Directive?
Well, okay, Jeff. Oh my God, you have a lot to learn about Star Trek. The Prime Directive applies to Starfleet.
Okay.
A lesser version probably applies to the Federation as a whole, but it's essentially just Starfleet.
It's rules that the Federation has for Starfleet.
Yeah.
But the Federation doesn't have to follow that rule.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there are exceptions, but it's like other races don't have to follow that rule. Like, just a dude in a spaceship doesn't have to follow that rule.
Has that ever come up?
All the time.
I've seen an okay amount of Star Trek.
You were going to call it Star Wars. We're moving on. We're moving on. Now I'm getting angry.
So does it affect the midichlorians in their blood if they...
Yeah, well, that's fine. Let's make fun of Star Wars. I'd rather that. What a shitty shit. Oh, terrible. Did you like the last Star Wars movie where nothing happened and nobody learned anything? Gained anything?
Are you talking about Han Solo?
No. Although also nobody learned anything or gained anything in that film.
Yeah, you're talking about The Last Jedi? No, I did not enjoy that.
Yeah, because it was barely a movie. Is that why?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's great when I don't know what any of the main characters' motivations are.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Well, the pilot guy's motivation is to just do whatever he wants all the time. And no one should ever, even though he's part of this military hierarchy, no one should ever keep anything from him ever. You know, Luke Skywalker's, he's just there to die, I guess.
Yeah. He's given up.
Now I'm bummed out that Star Wars is bad now.
Come on, you've got new characters to root for that have no clear delineation or motivation to do anything.
Yeah, it's good.
How about that?
It's great. It's cool. I liked that the planet was the gun. The whole planet was the gun. What is the First Order? Do they rule the Empire still? What's going on?
How can they be an offshoot? Are they like a third party?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Independence?
Yeah. They just control this whole area of space and nobody does anything about it but the small rebellion?
Yeah. Shouldn't there be more offshoots?
Who is the big bad Dark Lord guy with the scar face?
It's not important.
It doesn't
What's
matter.
important is he helped motivate Kylo Ren to kill his father for no reason.
And immediately turn evil again.
He killed Snoke, right? But
Snoke, that's his name.
Then he doesn't have a clear plan to what to do with the First Order now that he's bullied his way into it by threatening the other guy that was second or third in command.
The one other guy? The one other member of their leading elite?
Where did they get the money to turn a planet into a gun? They're very disorganized.
What if... I think the planet was already a gun and they found it. Someone just made a planet gun and was like, oh man, I don't have a use for this. Okay, sorry, I would love to shit on Star Wars.
There's a movie in that.
But
Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger build a gun out of a planet.
I'd watch that. No, they can't do it together. One of them has to be the bad guy. One of them is the good guy. I think Danny DeVito has to be the bad guy. He's so good as the Penguin.
It's true.
The Penguin turns the planet into a gun. And
Mr. Freeze comes along.
Mr. Freeze has to stop him. That fight scene, though, in the Red Room was pretty good. But
it looked really nice, yeah.
It looked nice, yeah.
If only there was a story to go along with what was happening.
Yeah, if there was like a good reason for them to be fighting, it would have been. Man, what a cool hacker guy who betrays them, inevitably. Wasn't that cool?
Yeah, that was so worth that subplot.
I know, it just ate up so much time. Really into it.
How do they have bombers in space? There's no gravity. They have to be torpedoes. They have to be pushing themselves towards the ship.
The gravity of the ship pulls the bombs down. It's much more efficient. Why didn't they just send one ship like they did with that pilot guy? He was getting the turrets to shoot themselves. Like,
why don't they have all kinds of like half broken down ships and just have them go autopilot into light speed through another ship? That seemed very effective against those big Imperial destroyers.
Hi, how about this? Make droids do it. You have fucking robots that you can program to do what you want.
No. Well, no. You add a chip or a program in there to make them submissive. You could turn that off, and they can have their own lives. They don't want to work.
Yeah. Jeff, that's called a restraining bolt. Yeah, you have programmable slaves that you could, I guess, make free people so that they can feel bad when you turn them back into a slave. Is that the point?
No, I don't know.
Oh man, C-3PO has a red arm now. Jeff, when's that movie coming out?
I think he got his gold arm back.
Where's C-3PO, a Star Wars story?
Oh dear.
Oh dear, Daenerys. Your dragons are out of control. They've eaten my arm.
It was probably like he got a scratch and it got somehow cyber infected. Because he was like, "Oh, don't bother with that, man. Please, go about your business."
This is my arm that pops off when I detect wooden acting. Oh no, Daenerys.
Where's Darth Maul? If he's such a big player 20 years ago, where is he now? Did he fund the giant planet gun?
Yeah, he built it himself after he lost his legs.
Is he still mad at Qui-Gon Jinn?
After
and Obi-Wan?
Even though they're dead?
They might as well just give him the spider legs like the bad guy in the Wild Wild West movie.
Now there's a movie I can get behind.
Jim West, Desperado.
Rough Rider. You don't want nada. We can't, we have to pay for that too. I'm imagining Will Smith is notoriously litigious about his rap career. Right. We didn't do the thing you said, I'm sorry.
We tried.
I can't believe you made us do another Danny DeVito, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm picking the movie next time.
Okay.
Alright, you want to do candy?
I do, yeah.
Candy, no transitions. Well, it feels like I have to do it, which means I don't want to.
I know, yeah, you're right.
You know how I operate. We had Chunky bars. Well, actually, they don't say bar on them. We had Nestlé's Chunky.
Yeah.
So this is a chocolate candy that is made by Nestlé, the Nestlé company. Water thieves.
War criminals.
War criminals. Enemies, literal enemies of humanity right now, Nestlé. A Chunky on the package, it says, is milk chocolate with peanuts and raisins. It comes in, what do you say, like 1-inch little cubes almost?
Yeah.
And there's four of them in a package.
Yeah. It used to be just one big thing.
Really?
Yeah, now they're broken up into little consumable bites.
I found my pieces really hard to separate.
Did you?
Yeah.
I had an okay time at it.
It was rough.
You had a lot of maybe peanuts and raisins in the little ridge, so it was hard to break.
Yeah. How'd you like them before we talk more about them?
I like them. I think they're good.
I thought it was okay. I'd put it...
Yeah.
Well, we'll save it till the end, but...
You know, I meant to look up how you... Because I know you love Mr. Goodbar. I couldn't remember what you said about Raisinets. So I thought...
Did we do Raisinets?
I feel like we did, but...
I don't think that I've had a Raisinette in a long time.
Really?
It might be that I just didn't buy the candy, but the time that we did it, because I've done that sometimes. But I like chocolate covered raisins.
I just went to headsup.wordpress.com, and I'll tell you, it's not our website.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, I told you this was not a great name for the podcast. We've been over this.
There it is. headsuppod.wordpress.com. Mm-hmm. Still got the same creepy ads, though. Gotta go in here. Gotta type Raisinets. Episode 32. The one with the extra segment. Raisinets. Sean. Middle of the road.
Okay. Yeah. I like
Sound about right?
Yeah, that sounds right. Low middle of the road for the Chunky bar for me.
Really?
Since we're talking about...
What puts it in the low middle of the road for you?
I think there was too much going on.
Oh.
And let me explain, because that doesn't make any sense.
There was like chocolate and like raisins.
Yeah, it was like
peanuts.
I wanted the experience of being confused without experiencing a plot. So it was just kind of I don't know. I think it was the chocolate and the peanuts and the raisins all together. Like, I can have chocolate covered raisins and some peanuts, and it's different.
Sure.
But because I think there was too much chocolate, it actually might have been.
There's too much real estate in there.
Yeah.
You think if they added more raisins and peanuts in there?
That might help.
Yeah, because it is a big girth of chocolate in there.
Yeah, the chocolate is girthy. Yeah.
Yeah. The chocolate did it. When you open the bar, it doesn't have it has like a smell to it that I can't pinpoint.
I can smell the warehouse that it was packaged in.
Is that it?
That's what it smells like to me.
It's just like.
Well, because it's Nestlé chocolate, but like I don't know. There is something. You're right.
Yeah, it's got maybe because it says it's roasted peanuts. Maybe it's the roasted peanut I smell, but I don't think that could be it. It's like almost like a coffee bean kind of smell to it.
It's not good.
And no. The chocolate's like okay. I really liked it. I would say top middle of the road for me, for a Chunky. You know, I like a chocolate candy.
Yeah, we're not too far off.
Yeah.
Every package is 190 calories for those that are calorie concerned and are looking for this terrible podcast that sometimes talks about candy to address your dietary needs.
Yeah, I like the different textures, how it mixes it up in there.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't know. That's any candy that has nuts in it, or any candy that has raisins in it.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see.
I had a lot of trouble finding them.
Did you?
I had to go to a Gardner CVS. Part of the problem was that I did not know what the packaging looked like, because I did not look it up, and I was not going to ask someone about a Chunky bar.
Excuse me, sir. Obviously, I'm looking for a Chunky bar. Can you point me in that direction?
I like a Chunky bar. Yes, I did just tumble out of a time portal from the 1950s. No, I don't understand what better candy is.
I thought they'd be harder to find, because I was like, oh, what about Chunky bar? And I thought I saw one at CVS in Burlington. I went, and I was like, oh, yep, there they are. And then as I was grocery shopping yesterday, they were also in the checkout line with the other popular candies in the checkout line. Well,
Nestle really pushes. I bet they're pushing the little guy around, coming to stores and threatening to shoot managers if they don't carry the Chunky bar.
Nestle is ruthless.
Yep. This podcast is official stance on Nestle is that it's a bad company.
Yeah.
They do wrong things and they need to adjust how they do them.
Yeah, for sure.
And while they're at it, they could make the Chunky bar better. So it's from the mid-30s is when it was invented by a New York City candy maker and wholesale confectioner named Philip Silvershine, something along those lines. He was friends with Mr. William Wrigley.
Oh.
Yeah, you know who that guy is, right?
He makes gum and bought a baseball field.
Well, I can back you up on the gum part. I don't know anything about sports. But yes, the gum guy.
Oh, look at that. They have different varieties that have mostly been discontinued. Ones with pecans instead of...
Dark chocolate, peanuts and raisins. I might have liked a dark Chunky.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of dark chocolate.
I hate the way you said that.
Oh man, I could really get my thick lips around a dark Chunky.
How about the deluxe nut?
It's the noise I'd make while I ate it. The deluxe nut is an amazing name for a candy, and I hope someone is still using it.
They didn't have any raisins in it, just a bunch of different kinds of nuts.
Yeah. Peanuts, almonds, cashews, and hazelnuts.
They really just went all out. Then there's just the solid milk chocolate, which is milk chocolate only.
Yeah, not really a chunky. That's just kind of a chocolate bar.
I don't know, that deluxe nut. If it wasn't discontinued, I'd love to get my hands on some of that deluxe nut, though.
I get it, but I'm not gonna react.
Sean, I'm serious. I would love to just get my mouth filled with some deluxe nut right now.
Yeah, would you? Put that in a song. It's in like a silver, almost reflective wrapper. I mean, I don't know how the wrapper is nice, but the lettering on it could use some work.
For sure.
I get what they're doing. Like the letters are kind of chunky, you know.
Yeah.
But it's got that it's got that 1930s red. I don't like it.
Yeah, there's thousands and thousands of font types. You don't just need to stop at bubble words.
Thank you. Whoa. Candy aspect took a lot out of me.
If you were Nestle and it cost you $200 a year to produce your bottled water near Flint, Michigan, would you still charge the people of Flint, Michigan with no access to water $1 a bottle?
If I was Nestle, yes, I would, because I am a cartoon villain. That's what. Yes, of course I would. And then I would say things like, "Water is not a right."
I know we give Nestle a lot of crap for not having the best tasting chocolate, but I don't know if you've ever drank a Nestle's Pure Life bottle of water, but even the water doesn't taste as good as other water. Yeah. It's insane.
So, I mean, I do engage pretty much every morning in some suicidal ideation, but I haven't, and I think maybe I will now try some...
It just tastes different.
Nestle water? Yeah, because it's probably leftover water from when they're like done using it to make other nonsense products. And they mop it up off the floor and squeeze it out into bottles and say, "There, done."
It's Pure Life, okay?
I should be allowed to make laws. I should just say that Nestle is not a company anymore and the water is returned to the people. It's boom, done. I've helped.
Remember when it was weird that people would buy bottled water because it came out of your tap?
Yeah.
And now it's like the norm.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, you know, because in some places in the United States, the government is doing such a bad job at the bare necessities that poison comes out of your tap instead of actual water.
Yeah.
You know.
Man. They're all criminals.
They're all criminals. Put them all in jail. Have you seen some of this Elon Musk stuff? Don't get me started. It's like every time I see a rich person in the news. How about this? What's his name? Running for president, the Starbucks guy?
Oh, yeah. I don't remember his name either, but yeah.
Howard something? What a dipshit that guy is, huh?
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen.
His family benefited from programs that he doesn't think should be funded.
Howard Schultz, right?
That sounds right. What a fucking idiot.
Hey, if America loves having a businessman in the office, why not this businessman, you know?
Because he's a fucking idiot. Out of fucking touch. What? I should be allowed to pick the president too. Just me. I just point and say, "You're president for 2 years. You get to be president for 2 years when I pick." That's it. You know, that's our whole next episode is us revamping. God, you did a fucking terrible job with the United States. We gotta spend a whole episode to fix it.
He's a successful businessman who built a company that's become part of the daily lives of people across America, okay?
And? So what?
If you can generate money from a fast food coffee franchise, there's going to have no trouble running a country, okay?
Yeah,
it's going to be fine.
I agree that they are the exact same thing. They're completely exactly the same, yeah.
Sean, he's made $1 billion, okay? Doesn't he deserve it?
Whoops.
Can he have whatever he's done?
Whoops. Nobody makes $1 billion, Jeff. Nobody earns it. He has $1 billion, certainly. Yes. He has taken that money from other people through a process known as wage theft. Yes. Yeah. He has done that.
It's also out of our economy if he's just going to stay a billionaire. You know what I mean?
Pretty much, yeah. He's not spending that money.
I mean, I don't think I profit from luxury yacht sales.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, like 6 people do.
and all the expensive call girls that he hires, that's all underground, so that's staying out of the tax revenue.
Yep.
All right.
I could do a better job. I could just walk somewhere. I just walk downtown somewhere and pick a random person off the street and just they're the president and they do a better job.
You gotta. The problem is the president has to be somebody that doesn't want to be president.
And you know, I could do that. That's easy. And you know what else I'm going to be able to do? I'm going to be able to pick who gets to go on television. That's a big one.
You're just going to say yes or no when people come on.
Yeah. Okay. I'll spend a month watching TV, and I'll just be like, yes, when someone comes on, their show can stay. For 2 years. You get 2 years when I say you can be on.
Every show gets 2 years.
Every show gets 2 years. If you're really good, you'll keep getting more, you'll get re-upped every 2 years. But basically, pretty much everybody who does the news right now, you're out. Everyone's doing a bad job.
Start over.
I'm gonna start over. You know what I could do? I'll go to a community college nearby, and I could just pick people in their journalism program, and they would do a better job.
Sounds like we have a plan to get this country back on track.
We do. I think it sounds like we're running for president in 2020. You want to be president? I'll be your VP.
Sure. Yeah.
Good.
Yes, and I will do a great job.
Good. Excellent. That's all the time that we have. Podcast is done for today. This has been the Heads Up Podcast with Jeff and Sean. I'm Sean.
I'm Jeff.
We have a bunch of things that you can look at, right? Like an Instagram and a Twitter.
True.
And both of those are at headsuppod. There's an email address, headsuppod@gmail.com. You can send questions and concerns there.
Diatribes.
What else do we have?
Headsup.threadless.com.
What goes on there?
Shirts and shirts.
How about fursuits? Can you get fursuits up there? Oh, could you put a shirt up that just says fursuit? So the people on a budget, if they want to wear a fursuit, they could just buy a T-shirt from us.
You just want to say fursuit.
Just fursuit, one word.
Okay.
No punctuation, no capitalization. Comic Sans.
You want it in Comic Sans.
The kind of person who wants to wear a fursuit is not going to care about. They don't have any good taste, obviously.
Okay.
Because they're,
I'll post it with the episode.
Yeah, take your time. It's not a rush. All right. Well, is that it?
That's it. That's all of it.
This has been the Heads Up Podcast, and we're popping off.
Toodles.
I wake up one day and I feel like an anteater on the inside, but I need to try it out with a cat first.
Do do do.